Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we'll be continuing with the offseason rebuilds, and today we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs went 51-31 over the regular season. It was good enough for a 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. They played the New York Knicks in the first round, and I don't know if anybody actually told them to show up. They got their teeth completely kicked in by New York. Mitchell Robinson was an absolute monster against the Twin Towers of Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen. And honestly, it just looked like the Cavs were an inexperienced team, which you can say they kind of are, but they really aren't. The best player on their team has been in the playoffs every year of his career in Donovan Mitchell. And this team was just straight up not ready for the New York Knicks. They got absolutely bullied. Isaac Okoro was absolutely awful. This is a team that definitely needs some more veterans on it. And I honestly think today here in 2K, not going to be that hard to get them a championship. As always, if you guys are new around here, have not yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit that sub button real quick. Stick around a while. We'd love to have you here in the community. Of course, you guys have any other rebuild ideas, let me know down below in the comment section. We're just going to be continuing with the offseason rebuilds. So I've actually had a couple questions saying, why are you doing nothing but offseason rebuilds right now? That's a very fair question. And the reason I'm trying to do that is because as soon as we do finally get to the offseason, once the finals are done, it's a very quick turnaround. It really, really is. Like the finals, I think the last possible date's like June 16th, 17th, 18th, something like that. And then free agency opens typically at the beginning of July. So it's not a very fast turnaround. Obviously, trades will be happening. Moves will be made. So we're going to get into all of it. Obviously, we'll have the draft as well. So things move quick come off-season time. That's why I'm trying to do some, pre-off-season, off-season rebuilds right now, if that makes any sense. But long enough explanation. Let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. Let's get into this one. All right, so now we're here officially in the offseason. This is offseason number 1 of 3, and we obviously have some work to do and some moves to be made. This is an incredible team, but we definitely have our work cut out for us in a way. We kind of know the problems with this team. We're going to hop into it. We're going to go over it. Let's get into it. Darius Garland is an incredible young talent. He's even better in 2K than he is in real life. This man wins MVPs in this game. He's locked up on a 5-year deal. He's 23 years old. There's a very, very slim chance at any point that he's moved from this team. Ricky Rubio and Raul Neto, 2 veteran backup point guards here. I don't love either of them, to be completely honest with you. We'll see how the backup point guard option goes. And again, it's not like there's any chance they overtake Darius Garland. It's not that big of a deal. We have Donovan Mitchell, the best player on this team, without a doubt. He came over in a trade this past offseason, obviously from the Utah Jazz, and he was incredible for them. I mean, he's just an incredible player. There's really no arguing that. He maybe disappeared a little bit in this past playoff run of 5 games. But for me, he's still the number 1 guy on this team. He's not going anywhere. He's going to be my shooting guard the entire video. Karis LeVert, who actually ended up starting some games because Isaac Okoro forgot what basketball is. We'll see what we do with Karis LeVert. He is a free agent. It's a TBD. I had no idea Dylan Windler was 26. I feel like he's so much younger. That was his 2nd season in the league. I don't know. And then Sam Merrill. Cool. Isaac Okoro, again, I don't want to harp on it too much, but I mean, he did not play well in Game 1. He barely played Game 2 and then played a little bit more throughout the rest of the series, but I don't know. We'll see. Chetty Osman and then Danny Green here as well. The power forward spot, Evan Mobley, Defensive Player of the Year candidate. He was top 3 this year in real life. He typically wins at least 1 throughout these videos. That's obviously my goal today. He's a stud, though. There's no way he's going anywhere. Dean Wade, the best D-Wade in Cavs history, and then Lamar Stevens here as well. We have Jarrett Allen, tremendous defensive center, and then Robin Lopez. I definitely like to upgrade that backup center spot. So let's get into the lottery. We obviously don't have any picks in this lottery, but we can sim through it, see what ends up happening. It is the Rockets, the Blazers, the Magic, the Jazz, and the Pistons. So staff signing time. JB Bickerstaff is an interesting one for me. By no means do I think he's an idiot or a dog shit coach. I think sometimes he has some interesting choices that he makes, but we're going to keep him as of now. He has some pretty good ratings. I'm not just going to fire the guy after he led the Cavs to one of the better seasons they've had, actually, since LeBron left. Actually, the best season they've had since LeBron left. So let's take a look at this, potential moves right now. We do not have our first-round pick this year. Who does have our first-round pick this year? I actually don't know. I'm trying to think just off the top of my head. That's just next year or 2 years from now. Cavaliers. It is the Indiana Pacers. Does that go back to, is that the Rubio trade? I don't even know what that would be. Or maybe, is that LeVert? I don't know. I have no idea what that could be, but there's obviously some moves we could make with this team. I don't really feel like trading into the first round right now or anything like that, so we'll just move on from our second. It's not going to be anybody for a value. So, team player options, I'm going to bring back everybody here in an unrealistic rebuild, obviously. Neither of these guys are getting qualifying offers. We're good there. And we enter free agency where, we're going to have Caris LeVert, who's somebody, no matter what, I'd like to bring back. He wants around $8.5 million a year. I can live with that for a 3-year deal. And then Raul Neto is somebody like, he wants the minimum. I'll just let him go. At the end of the day, he was probably just going to be traded for a draft pick anyways, so just let him go. But Caris LeVert is back. He's definitely a good depth piece for us, whether he's starting or coming off the bench, whatever it may be. At this point in time, we do need to find ourselves a new backup center, ideally a new backup 4 as well. And then honestly, I'll probably give Okoro a season as our starting small forward. I'm not just going to give up on him, but this is not a trend you typically like to see. I mean, this is what we refer to as a downward trend. And obviously, I know things have changed. They've added Donovan Mitchell, who's definitely going to help score the ball a lot more, but still, it's tough to see for a former 5th overall pick. So I'd also like to move on from Ricky Rubio. So I'm just going to kind of clean house with backups I don't really need here. This is an unprotected first in 2024 from the Bulls. Yeah, I'm doing that 100%. And then in terms of our backup, our 4s, I don't really need Dean Wade or who is that? Is that Lamar Stevens? I don't know. So I'm just going to move these guys for draft picks. At the end of the day, if I have to make a big move, it's obviously good to have these assets. So one final move here is going to be coming with the Houston Rockets. It's an unprotected Brooklyn Nets pick. All right, so at this point in time, we do need to find a backup 1, 4, and 5. Let's see some options here. Taylor Horton Tucker is not terrible. 4 and 5. I don't really love any of these guys, to be honest. You know what? I know I signed him a decent amount, but give me Taylor Horton Tucker. He's a good guy to come in, be maybe the 6th man off the bench. And then in terms of the 4 and the 5, oh boy, we've set ourselves up for some interesting choices here. JaMychal Green, I'll take a flyer on for like 1 season. That's definitely going to... We're not going to be taking a flyer on JaMychal Green. Oh my God, these are terrible. I guess Wenyen Gabriel, at least he's like somewhat young. And then in terms of the power forward spots, yeesh, these are dog water. I honestly hate all of these options, to be 100% with you. I'm going to bring back Raul Neto, and then I'm going to try to trade him. Obviously, it's not as important, but I know I'd kind of open by saying I want to really bolster this bench a little bit, and I haven't really done a great job of that. So in terms of power forwards here, I'm not really seeing anybody. Vlado Konchar, oh, good lord. Good lord. Ish Wainwright, I mean, Nathan Knight is... You know what? It definitely could be worse. Patrick Baldwin Jr., but I'm not giving up a first-round pick. Jabari Watt, no. All right, you know what? I'll take Nathan Knight. It's not a great move and not a great addition, but he's a 74 overall. He's only 25. Better than the other bench options. So we're all set. I'll see you guys at the start of year 1 here in Cleveland. We didn't make any crazy moves this offseason. We didn't change anything in terms of the starting lineup that we thought it was going to be to open this video. This is still a really, really good team. And honestly, I'm happy I'm doing a Cavs rebuild because, as I'm sure many of you know, 2K is a very big fan of the Cleveland Cavaliers. So that little extra bump might help us a little bit. I don't know. We'll find out. But here's how it's going to look. It's Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, just an elite backcourt. We have Isaac Okoro starting at the 3, Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen in our front court. The bench unit, I wouldn't say got better. I would say we've added some better players, but I don't think the depth has gotten any better. Taylor Horton Tucker, Caris LeVert, Chetty Osman, Wenyen Gabriel, and Nathan Knight. It's weird. I don't typically play my 9th and 10th guy both 10 minutes. Typically, it's like 12 or 14 and then 10 minutes. But, yeah, with the depth we have and the starting lineup we have, it just kind of shook out that way. So, that is it for now. I think we can be a top 4 seed once again. We'll find out. See you guys at the end of year 1. Year 1 ends. We finished with a record of 63-19. It is obviously very good. I don't know if I credit that more to the development and the progression of our players or just how much 2K loves the Cleveland Cavaliers, but nonetheless, I'll take it when this game is nice to me. I don't question it. Jason Tatum is your MVP. He came in 4th last year, technically. Last year, I don't know. In MVP voting. And, yeah, he gets it this year. Victor Wembanyama goes number 1 overall to the Houston Rockets. He wins Rookie of the Year. Russell Westbrook, 6th Man of the Year in Charlotte. I don't like seeing Russell Westbrook in a Charlotte Hornets jersey. He's too good to play for that poverty franchise. Sorry, Hornets fans. It's true. Nick Claxton, Defensive Player of the Year. Mark Williams, Most Improved. Quinn Snyder wins Coach of the Year. It's going to be us and the Atlanta Hawks, the 2 teams here in the East that absolutely are loved by 2K. I mean, you have 3 60-plus win teams and then a 49-win 4 seed. It's just kind of weird to see. You have a 49-win 1 seed over here in the West, so... Wow, interesting landscape of the NBA this year. Donovan Mitchell, 30-plus points per game, leads us in scoring. He's a 94 overall. Darius Garland, Jarrett Allen, Evan Mobley, LeVert, THT, Chetty Osman, Isaac. Jesus Christ, dude. We'll see about that. Mobley leads us in boards, and then assist was Garland. So we are not a 1 seed at 63 wins. We are a 2 seed taking on the 7-seeded Milwaukee Bucks. I don't love this matchup. I mean, when you're going against one of the best, I don't know, top 2 players in the world, I'm not getting into that conversation. It's obviously not a fun first-round matchup, and we're down 3-2. Okay, well, that's obviously not the one matchup I didn't want, but yeah, we're moving on to round 2, taking on the 61-win Celtics. They've added Jay Crowder back. Jay Crowder's back with the Celtics. Yeah, still some extremely good depth on this team. They're a good group. They have experience, and I'd rather not lose to them right now. So let's see if we can do that. We go up 3-2 against them, and we win in 6. We're moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Anybody surprised this is the team we're taking on? I'm definitely not. We are currently 1-1 with them right now. We go up 2-1, 3-1, and we're in the finals in year 1. And we're going to be taking on Luka Doncic and the rest of the Dallas Mavericks. Luka is obviously incredible. They still have Kyrie. How did you add Şengün? There's something weird with this file. And I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but there's something strange with this file. This shared file that I have. I don't know exactly what it is, but I see players that would normally not get traded all the time. You see Şengün here. That's one example. My past 3 videos, I've seen Steph Curry get traded. I don't know what's going on today. But, yeah. We're going to try to win the finals here in year 1. That would obviously be an incredible feat. Great way to start the video. We're currently up 3-2, and we do end up winning in 6. And for those of you asking why can't you get some gameplay, it's because in this shared file, whenever I go to exit after the gameplay, I get 2K's spinning wheel of death, and basically I can't go back into this file. It literally just continues to spin. Hopefully most of you guys get that. But Darius Garland, Finals MVP. We're good there. Let's hit the draft lottery. I don't think any... Did we have one pick? Oh, we did. We had that Chicago pick that's 100% unprotected, I believe. And it ends up number 2. Wow. Warriors with the number 1 overall pick. We have the 2nd overall selection. I'm comfortable with JB Bickerstaff still being our head coach. Obviously take us to a finals. And yeah, it's got a lot of assets now. The 2nd overall pick is a huge asset. Now, what do I want to do with this pick? I have absolutely no idea. I'll either see you guys in the draft or I'll see you guys with a trade. I've decided to pick somebody at number 2. We're just going to be trading the rest of our draft picks we have because I don't need any more than that. Actually, you know what? I'll keep 30. Why not? So I am going to draft somebody at number 2. It's very dependent on who goes number 1 here. Please don't be the guy I want. Son of a bitch. It's exactly the guy I wanted. Well, I don't know if it's going to be possible if the Warriors are in the mood to maybe... Okay, that's actually exactly what I wanted. Ian Jackson, welcome to the team. He's going to be my pick. He's my guy. And, yeah, officially we also have number 30 overall. I don't know. Sean Stewart's a 72 overall. I don't know. Maybe he can become, I don't know, my backup power. I don't know. Okay, cool. But we got our guy in Ian Jackson. He's a 78 overall. Sean Stewart's actually a 70 overall. Ian Jackson is going to get moved to small forward. I wanted to go ahead and actually trade the pick and acquire somebody a little bit better, but for a couple of reasons I didn't do that. The first being that I don't have a lot of guys under contract right now that I really want to trade. And the second being a lot of the guys that I want to trade for I've gotten over the past couple of videos. So mix it up a little bit. Evan Mobley 100% picking up that team option qualifying offers. Okoro for 11, almost $12 million is definitely a lot of money with the way he's been playing, but he's still an important piece of this team, although he will be coming off the bench now. So, well, how much does he want per year? He wants about 15 per year. It's going to be a tough decision. I'm going to bring back Cedi Osman and then probably move Cedi Osman. Just son of a bitch, I didn't mean to do that. And just see kind of what my options are for him. I think there's a trade somewhere to get a different backup, so we'll see. Nathan Knight can go, Chris Clemens can go, and I'll wait on Okoro. I'm going to give Okoro a real contract. So just heading through free agency, obviously we don't have a ton of stuff to do right now. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. We don't have a ton to do right now. I think there's some moves we can definitely make. In order to upgrade this team, I think it would be very, very important to get some better backups, big men. And that's where I'm going to kind of start right now. So at this point in time, Cedi Osman will be getting moved for some sort of backup, preferably a power forward. And let's just go from there after this. So power forward, please, just give me somebody. Caleb Martin and a draft pick. Well, that's actually not terrible. We got the draft pick too. Derek Jones Jr. Chris Murray. I thought this was Keegan Murray for a second. I was getting really excited. You know what? Screw it. Let's go ahead. We're going to take Caleb Martin here from the Miami Heat. We give up Sean Stewart, who we picked 30th overall as well. We also get an unprotected first-round pick from Miami in 2027. So, am I comfortable having Wenyen Gabriel be my backup center? I mean, not exactly, but, You know what? Yeah, screw it. Give me Mo Bamba. Let's take a flyer here on Mo Bamba. I would say that, well, that could be an upgrade. There's many ways to look at it. I think in this game, it's probably an upgrade. I'm not getting into the conversation about real life right now. Mo Bamba's been an interesting one for me. But one unprotected and a top 3 protected pick for Winnie and Gabriel from the New York Knicks. I'll take that. All right, I like the way this team's kind of shaping out a lot. We obviously won it all last year. We're hoping to go win another one. See you guys at the start of year 2 here in Cleveland. We won the finals last year. That's obviously a great feeling, but it's still only year 1. We want to win at least 1 more, preferably 2 more. And yeah, man, we made 1 change in the starting 5. We traded for the number 1 overall pick, Ian Jackson, and he's here now. He's going to be starting for me. 2K wants Okoro to start. I don't, so we're going to be rolling this way. It's Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Ian Jackson, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. The bench unit got definitely a little bit better. Taylor Horton Tucker, Isaac Okoro, Karis LeVert, Mo Bamba, and Caleb Martin. I like this group a lot. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. I'm feeling pretty good right now. We went 66-16 this year. I'm assuming that was good enough to be a 1 seed. Who knows with the Hawks in the East, though. Luka Doncic wins an MVP. Ian Jackson wins Rookie of the Year for us. I mean, we made the decision to start him over Isaac Okoro, and I'm very happy with the decision we made. He played very well for us. Amen Thompson, 6th Man of the Year in Portland. Joel Embiid, Defensive Player of the Year. He just won an MVP. It was very deserved, and I'm very happy for him. I'm hoping he loses tonight, though, because my Celtics need to win. Anthony Black, Most Improved, and JB Bickerstaff going to take home Coach of the Year with 66 wins. You'll love to see it. We were only 1 game up on the 65-win Celtics, who, yeah, they are a very good team. And over here in the West, it was the Houston Rockets taking the 1 seed. Good to see Houston back. All right, Donovan Mitchell. So the scoring definitely, Donovan Mitchell averaged 30 last year. It was only 23.5 this year. And that's because we added a guy in Ian Jackson who can definitely score the basketball a little bit. So it makes sense. And again, I say this every video. I don't care who does what as long as we are winning. It is Brooklyn in round 1. They are, oh, wow, added Kyle Kuzma, Jalen Williams, Cameron Johnson. How are you starting DFS over Cameron Johnson? Interesting choice. Okay, so there's some good talent on this team. I don't know if there's like a superstar, but there's some good talent and we sweep them. Indiana in round 2. I mean, they're a good group. How Herb Jones is not starting, I don't know, but yeah, thanks. Okay, and the 6-seeded Pistons here, who have added Brandon Miller, added Miles Bridges, added Devin Vassell. All right, they're a good team. I just think it's the simple thing. We've had I don't want to say an easy run to the finals, but it hasn't felt like there's been any real matchups so far. Anthony Davis, holy hell, he is absolutely balling out. We're going to be taking on him and the Los Angeles Lakers here in the finals. LeBron is no longer here. They are starting Austin Reeves at the 1. They have Rudy Gobert on the team now. Okay, interesting choices nonetheless. We're up 3-0, and we're going to be winning our 2nd straight championship. Donovan Mitchell is your finals MVP. Okay, cool. Let's head into the 3rd and final offseason. We were obviously trying to win 3 straight championships, and I feel like, oh my God, that Hornets, there's definitely a protection on that, though. There definitely is. Yeah, it is. I don't know if it was top 10 or whatever it is, but it means we'll have their unprotected pick next year. I want to get JB Bickerstaff back. I mean, there's no reason to find somebody new. He just led us to 2 championships. So I'm going to have him come back as our head coach. All right, let's head up to the draft, where obviously we don't have that top pick we were hoping for this year, but we do have an unprotected pick next year that is going to be really, really valuable. I'll move these for 2 future seconds because I don't need them. And team player options. So Donovan Mitchell is without a doubt my number 1 priority. We can qualify Evan Mobley because it is the final year. And yeah, so I obviously am focused on getting both of them back 100%. Donovan Mitchell has no real offers. I'm going to pay this man. He definitely deserves it. And then Evan Mobley, I'm going to max out and just give him a qualifying offer. So in terms of Caleb Martin, I'll re-sign and then potentially move. I'd like to find a little bit of an upgrade somewhere. So we're going to be getting all these guys back, which is obviously huge. Mobley on is qualifying, a massive $261 million deal for Donovan Mitchell. And then Caleb Martin potentially as a trade piece. So I don't really feel like there's any other major moves. I'd just like to upgrade the backup power forward spot. I don't really think any of these guys are the answer, but what I'm going to sign Boucher. In an unrealistic rebuild, why the hell not? I mean, why wouldn't I? And then let's now move Boucher, Martin in this Hornets pick for somebody who's just really good. I don't know. AJ Griffin. Do I take AJ Griffin, maybe play him at the 2? You know what? Yeah, let's do this. Grant Williams going to come in. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, we'll take Grant Williams for now. I'm going to play AJ Griffin at the 2. He is going to be the replacement for Karis LeVert. He's right here. AJ Griffin, his overall goes down 1. I can live with that. So Karis LeVert at this point in time, and maybe Grant Williams can find me somebody a little bit better at the backup power forward spot. They're making like $20 million a year combined. And we have a lot of draft picks, so I can go out and maybe pull off a little bit of a bigger trade. I think it's like 21. In terms of some realistic trade targets, I can't be overly crazy with this. Jeremy Grant's making $20 million a year. I mean, might be a little old, but I can maybe take a flyer on him. And then Karis LeVert. Nope. All right, I have the draft picks. Take whatever you want. It's the final season, so I'm not really necessarily too worried about it. They can do that. All right, so we have retooled this team a little bit. We have some new additions. I'm feeling really good about this group. I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final season. We won 66 games last year on our way to a second straight championship. We are looking to make it 3 right now. We didn't make any crazy moves with this team. We made some very solid moves to help upgrade the bench, and I think they're going to work out beautifully for us. Here's how we're lining it up. It's Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, Ian Jackson, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen. The bench units, AJ Griffin, Isaac Okoro. Funny enough, the game still wants him to start. I think we can probably give up on that at this point. He's maybe not turned out to be the greatest 5th overall selection, but nonetheless, he's a solid rotational piece for us. Followed by Taylor Horton-Tucker, Jeremy Grant, and then Mo Bamba. Very talented team, very good depth. I want 3 straight championships. We all knew it was going to come at some point. It comes in the third and final season, that being Darius Garland winning an MVP. He did it with a really, really good team, so it's really awesome to see. Yeah, also, we had a pretty good record. It wasn't great. I'm kidding. We went 78-4. Just absolutely ridiculous. This is such an impressive team. Justin Edwards wins Rookie of the Year. He went number 14 overall to the Sacramento Kings. That feels like a steal. Damian Lillard winning 6th Man of the Year. Okay. Giannis Depoy, Isaiah Collier, Most Improved, JB Bickerstaff. Yeah. It's it's pretty ridiculous. Let's take a look at the full standings. We were 27 games up on the Atlanta Hawks for the 1 seed. 60 wins tied between the Thunder and the Rockets for the top 2 spots in the West. All right. Points per game was Mitchell, Garland, Mobley, Ian Jackson. I mean, this is just an incredible team. I mean, 78 wins. I've obviously done it before, but it's crazy to see. Wow. Look at this team Milwaukee's assembled, albeit some guys are a little bit older, but you have Derek White starting at the 1. You have Paul George starting at the 2. He's 35. You added Julius Randle, who's a good addition, and then, wow, okay. Not my favorite first-round matchup. I'm not really necessarily worried, but that's interesting job over there in Milwaukee. We have the 5 seed in Miami Heat here in round 2. This team, to be honest with you, doesn't really move me too much. Okay, we went in 6. And then Atlanta here in the East Finals. They have, the majority of that core has not changed. So, okay, wow. They actually lost the first 2 games. We're going to be taking on Victor Wembanyama and the rest of the Houston Rockets here, who have added Jalen Brunson, Jalen Green. It's a very good backcourt here. You have Greg Dickey, Victor Wembanyama, and Jabari Smith Jr. Incredible starting 5. I think we're probably still a little bit better, as crazy as that sounds. But, yeah, man, I'd like to get some gameplay here and kind of close out the video on 3 straight championships. I think that would be fun. It's not every day I can do that. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to be sweeping the Houston Rockets out of their own building. I'll see you guys in there. On the verge of our 3rd straight championship, we are here in Game 4 in Houston, ready to sweep the Rockets. I'm feeling pretty good right now. This has been a very fun rebuild for me. But, yeah, let's chat about the Cleveland Cavaliers as of now. There is an incredible amount of talent on this Cleveland Cavaliers team. I mean, Donovan Mitchell has proved time and time again that he is very much a number 1 option on a potential, team that can take you pretty deep in the playoffs. Now, he definitely had some tricky games against the New York Knicks. I'm not going to sit here and say that he didn't, because that would just be wrong. But for me, I think I've kind of touched on this to open the video. This Cleveland team just needs a little bit more of a veteran presence, and they need more of a veteran presence in guys who play, because their guys who play are all relatively young, and I think we can all agree on that. It's good to obviously get some experience in round 1, but to be honest with you, I like their starting 5 more than I like the New York Knicks starting 5. New York just outplayed them a ton, and I'm not taking anything away from the New York Knicks. They played incredible. They earned that gentleman's sweep, if you want to call it. And I don't know, man. There's just something about this Cavs team that they're going to be a problem in a few years. They really are. I truly do believe that. I stand by that. I've said that for a while now. And I think they honestly just needs to continue developing, continuing growing their players, because other than that, they're an incredible group. And I'll be interested to see if, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, years down the line, if hopefully nothing goes to shit, that if Donovan Mitchell is a guy that can truly lead a team to a championship. So we will find out ultimately in just a few years' time. It'll be interesting to see some of the other moves they make this offseason. Again, I think that veteran presence does need to be had, whether it's some sort of backup big man, whatever it may be. So We'll find out, but yeah, this is going to be a fun team to watch for years. And let's just close them out right now. Ian Jackson's been a tremendous pick for me. Let's just probably do 1 or 2 more possessions, I guess, just because I don't need to be sitting in here for that long. We're on the verge of 3 straight champions. Oh, that's a fast release. Very, very quick release there from Darius Garland. I don't know. I don't really play this game too much. Dude, I hope 2K, for the love of God, can they, what I have a bad feeling, but I don't know. I just have the gut feeling that they're not going to fix start today until after the finals are over. I just genuinely feel like it's going to be easier to fix it at that point. Not that that's what they should do, but I do think it'll be easier to fix it at that point. How much you're such a lazy company that you seriously you can't, like, I know this mode doesn't make you any money. I fully understand that. It's not like nobody plays it though. Like, people play it, and it's not just me in, you know, my somewhat smaller community that obviously enjoys this mode. I mean, you have like Kenny. Kenny makes videos all the time, King of the Fourth Quarter. Not that he's necessarily always playing 2K, but he still does rebuilds, and the man has over 1 million subscribers. So, like, people obviously enjoy this mode. People watch videos of this. You have 6 Rings of Steel. You have Crushables. All these guys are still playing this mode. I just wish they would give a shit about us. I mean, there's a serious argument right now that Kenny might be the most popular 2K YouTuber on the planet. That's between all modes. There's a serious argument. Because I have actually, I don't know if it's just the way the pattern has gone with 2K recently. I really have not seen a lot of, like, my team or, you know, my team or my player. Like, I haven't seen a lot of that content. Not that I'm looking for it, but, like, 'cause I don't really watch that. It's just like, you're so lazy. Just fix it. And the problem is that they know we'll play it. And that's the ultimate problem. It's the root of the problem. Because we don't have any other options. There's no other basketball game out there that's like this. And I really wish there was. I would be interested to see, you know, another company acquiring the rights to the NBA. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but I just wish they would fix their game, man. There's just, it's every year. There's always a problem that they always take 18 years to fix, and then they want all the praise in the world when it's finally fixed. And it just pisses me off, man. It really does. But I don't know. We'll see. Let's do one final possession here. Victor Wembanyama, what in the Kevin Durant are you doing? Let's go ahead. We'll do one final offensive possession here. Just give the ball back to Donovan Mitchell. I'm going to pull up over here from, just give me a pick. Give me the screen. Donovan Mitchell. Oh, my God. Bang. I'll see you guys with the Finals MVP. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. Unfortunately, we are not going to go ahead and see the Finals MVP. We got 2K's little spinning wheel of death that actually never ends. And if I hit quit, it's going to go back to the beginning. So we're not going to see the third Finals MVP, but we did win 3 straight championships with this team. And it was very, very impressive nonetheless. So I had a ton of fun with this one. Obviously, a Cavs rebuild like this isn't exactly the hardest thing in the world to do, but we still built a really fun team, and I had a ton of fun doing it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. If you did, leave a like down below. That would obviously be awesome. Of course, you guys are new around here, could subscribe to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. And yeah, any other video ideas, let me know those down below in the comment section. Whew, hope you guys are enjoying playoff basketball so far. I am. Hopefully my Celtics bounce back tonight. We fucking need it. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.